a growl vibrating inside her throat. The fur rose on her back. A loud crunch rebounded across the road as 225 pounds of werewolf landed on the roof of a rusted car. The roof caved in under the weight of Sasha's patrol partner. Aiden made an impressive entrance, especially when he stood on his hind legs and growled. He leapt off the car, hitting the asphalt on all fours. The Volhena rose with a shriek, long matted forelegs swiping the air in a show of challenge. While the creature stood, Sasha lunged at it and clamped her jaw around its hind leg. Her fangs pierced fur and flesh, and blood filled her mouth. The Volhena yowled, and Sasha clamped down tighter, bone crunching between her fangs. It raised its claw and slashed at Sasha's face, missing her by a hair as she held on, refusing to relinquish her prize. Aiden snatched the Volhena's front leg before it had a chance to take out Sasha's eye, snapping bones when he wrenched its scrawny arm from its socket. The Volhena shrieked louder. Sasha crushed its leg between her jaws, barely able to control her bloodlust as fresh memories of her parents' mangled bodies oozed across her mind thick as slime. The Volhena fell to the ground, struggling to fight back on 3 legs. Aiden went for the creature's neck and shook it from side to side, while Sasha growled in encouragement through the wiry hairs clenched between her fangs. The animal's angry screams continued, until Aiden ripped out its throat with a snarl, silencing the Volhena once and for all. Sasha kept hold of its leg for several pounding heartbeats before letting go. She watched the creature for any sudden signs of revival, even though she sensed its death. She panted, heart still thundering from the exhilaration of the kill, a savage part of her thirsting to rip it apart limb by limb, but the sun scorching her fur signaled it was time to depart. One less Volhena in the world and no humans to prevent a supply run the next day. Not bad for a scouting mission. Sasha and Aiden watched the Volhena's blood stain the concrete for several seconds before they trotted to a connecting road and the wasteland beyond. Sasha's paws sank into the fine grains of the narrow stretch of desert sand, intent on reaching the hills and the forest beyond. Saliva gathered in her mouth, and her tongue lolled out several times. The withering heat made running reckless, so Sasha kept a steady pace, focused on the shrubs ahead. Once they reached the woods, they climbed the first hill, breaking into a run on the other side. Sasha relished the feel of solid earth beneath her paws and the fresh, if humid, air in her lungs. They crossed the Manama River where it thinned out and trickled between rocks before deepening roughly 5 miles east. 2 rivers, the Manama and the Sakir, served as boundaries for the green oasis their pack called home. After crossing the river, they followed it upstream to the west until reaching Schuyler Falls, where they'd left their clothes strewn over a large rock. Aiden shifted first, groaning as his bones realigned themselves into his muscular human form. He crouched naked on the earth for half a second, before straightening over 6 feet tall into the mighty figure of a man, with his sculpted, robust back facing her. His hair was a rich, thick brown, similar to his werewolf's fur. When he stretched, his tanned butt cheeks flexed. Sasha shifted and stayed on all fours. When he turned around, she found herself staring directly at his thick, muscled legs and the goods dangling between them. Heat flamed over her skin, and her mouth went drier than it had in the wasteland. She fought the urge to shift back into a wolf and run out of there as fast as her forelegs could carry her. It wasn't the nudity so much as the burning ache she couldn't seem to control whenever she was alone with Aiden. Though the full frontal view teased her mind, Sasha's arousal was clearly one-sided, given his flaccid state. Damn human emotions. Everything felt less complicated as a wolf. Aiden reached a hand down, his grip warm and firm as he pulled Sasha to her feet. When she noticed the blood smeared across Aiden's chest, her smile faded. She stepped closer, inches from rubbing against him. "Are you all right?" she asked. Aiden's thick lashes dropped when he looked down. He grinned.
"Not my blood. I'll wash off while you get dressed."
Sasha's heart fell as Aiden disappeared into the overgrown ferns lining the trail to the falls. How could he be so oblivious to her feelings? Was it because she was off limits? She cursed her birth and blood. Leave it to Aiden to be courteous. Maybe she should join him at the falls and make her interest clear as sky. Just the